Let me tell you, that fucking PlayStation 5 reveal today makes me thankful I don't own a PlayStation 5. The game reveals and that were just completely rubbish, don't they? Except for Crossfire Sierra Squad, that was pretty cool. So this is the first bit of making Verdansk into an elaborate Minecraft world. I have not streamed Minecraft in at least 7 years on another channel. So this is a pretty huge endeavour to undertake. But I've got the motivation to get this done. There's literally nothing good going on in the game world right now. Moving out in less than a month, so I figured I'd try to get some starts on this. Currently I've got some progress done. It's currently only been worked by me, that might change. As it stands, we're starting with Superstore as it is, and I figured I had a debate with myself about what material I'd actually use to make the grass and whatnot. Let's turn the music up actually. I was going to include the Minecraft, the 2019 Modern Warfare themes in the background, but the audio's too fucking rubbish to play on that. Let's see, I'm lost already. I've missed it. Except actually I haven't missed it, it's right here. I don't even know if the stream would capture that. Let's not get too crazy though, let's get right the nice number there. Okay, so currently it's not much, I'm basing everything off screenshots, but you gotta start somewhere. And the debate I had with myself was just to begin with the fucking grass. For instance, if we go to the grass here, you know, there's, like I said, the new shit I'm not very familiar with, but the two types of grass that I was considering was either dirt path or just grass block. Pod's oil's too off-colour, it's too dark, and I figured since Verdansk has that really nice dark colour to it, go with the dirt path. Currently, what I'm basing it off of is Superstore so far, and this is kind of the path on the block station. My method so far, I've been using concrete powder for the road to match the tone of the pictures so far. Georite for the sort of side footpath. There's like a slab of bricks that come up, and then I kind of made an elaborate hill. Most of the trees I'm going to make in this, I plan to make at least, are going to be based off fence posts, because the trees are way too thin. They're not viscous enough as the Minecraft trees. Like, I could just plant the sapling and use bone meal and grow it up and then replace the stumps with these fence posts, but it's nice to have your own individual trees. They're more narrow than what Minecraft would offer. So currently, where it stands is trying to figure out exactly where in the car park here we're going to be making the stilts. I believe there's 5. Let me check the images. A lot of this is just going to be me standing still watching images, but it's more like a time-lapse of Minecraft really over the ages. So Verdansk, the Superstore, has specifically 5 of these blue little awning bits here. Okay, this is getting annoying. Yeah, I gotta find a way to play the music on this really, because what I built out of this last night, although this is all pure cheating just at this point, doesn't look a thing like Verdansk yet. But it'll come together once we get the store and everything. I do plan to extend more of this out, because I'm basing everything off of the tree line here. And Verdansk does have like this narrow little decreasing hill, but the curve does grow gradually, and that's how I kind of remade it that way. So it doesn't look like Verdansk much now, but it eventually will. And let's get rid of these dirt blocks here, that's rubbish. So Verdansk has a few stilts. Now, the best part about Minecraft is that you can correct mistakes relatively fucking easily, at least. So there's stilts, but there's also like a little triangular park on the left side over here. Let's see. So from above, yeah, it'd be easy to base the stilts off first. So I wish I could share this on my PlayStation. I cannot, unfortunately. But I'm using several overhead views of the game, and I might just base it off where the trees are, because the trees kind of do line up with a few of the stilts. Yeah, now basing all this off of very low-res images. They're not very high-quality images. A few of them are from angles, but not from overhead and whatnot. So we've got 5 stilts, and we've got a triangular area. So the triangular area is like right about here. So if we base it off the trees I currently have, which I tried to place in the best locations, we've got 3 so far, which does actually match the map. These two are right between, a rock's right between these two, and that's supposed to be a rock here. The end goal for this map is to try to make it like a BR setting, so you could play survival and loot chest as the equivalent of crates, get corrupt bows and whatnot. It's ambitious, but unlike someone else in this group, I've got some ambition left in me. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm thinking it looks like, I don't know all the new materials in Minecraft. Like I said, I'm more of a vintage Minecraft player. I started playing in 2011. on the PC, the fucking Windows 7s and shit. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, this is actually really distracting. This music, it's the third time I've fucked about with this music. It's really, I don't know. Like I said, I just like listening to my own shit when I'm at this. Alright, we'll leave it right there for now, before we neverly change it for a fourth time. I'm not worried about bushes yet. It looks very barren here, that's because it is. There's like a bush here, there's a crate here. But let's stop stalling. Like I said, I will need to venture out more this way anyhow. So it's probably best if we start getting this path formulated, because there's a driveway that goes south here. And it will probably be utilising the grey concrete powder. Yeah, the thing I hate about Bedrock, compared to Java and whatnot, is this right here. You already have the Bedrock, literally, Bedrock, there you are. You break that and you're already fucking underneath the map. But the worst bit about it is that when I get to other areas like the Gulag and whatnot, it's going to cause some issues, I believe. It might not, because I believe it does go up for a bit, but there's still some issues that do underlie when it comes to bridges, lakes. It's the frozen lake on the east side of the map. This map is also to scale, specifically. I do have little cardinal directions that will be moved in due time, but there it is right here, this sign. South is this way, north is that way, west and east, and it's based off the actual map, because if you look at Verdansk, it's basically the map's taken from this fashion, where Superstore has that little curve that goes to the east out there, and that goes towards Ontal that way. Yeah. So trying to find clips and images of Verdansk inside the Superstore is going to be hard, and it doesn't look much like Verdansk now, but it eventually will possibly get there. Like I said, not there now, just humble beginnings at this bit. But the lot, I try to base it as accurately as I can. So, right now, we need to start cracking down on the blue slats. Now, it does seem as though there's just no high quality pictures of these, by the way, on the internet at all. And I don't want to get video audio on this. Oh, that's nice. One of these pictures has a floating tree. That's lovely fucking graphic settings right there. Absolutely spiffing. So, it looks like the tree after the curve. So this tree right here, it kind of start right about here. So that's what we'll base it off of. The space between the curb and the... Let's see. Because we're going to start using some scaling. Which is the whole point. I haven't made the sign yet, the attack sign yet, because I'm basing it on how wide these go. Let's see. So the scaling of this, it's a little bit of a closer distance to it. It's like right by the curve bit. It's like right as it turns. So, if we went a couple blocks out here, let's start perusing the bricks, the building blocks that we have. Because I don't know exactly what would be the best. So, bricks, I'm pretty certain it's just the red bricks that we have, but it could be quartz bricks and whatnot. These are... I might just reuse the alright for this, I'm not entirely certain really. But they are car spaces where you park your vehicle. Let's see, so we've got quartz bricks. I might literally just stick with the diorite, really. I'm not entirely certain. She's got bricks. Clay, I believe clay was too smooth. Oh, right, they renamed it to terracotta now. How could I be so stupid? I'm not up with the times, but the terracotta is just the new clay, essentially. There might be some better materials that I'm missing out on, but I'm not entirely certain. So, for the sake of this... Actually, let me look back at andesite. Because andesite, I believe that's the other grey one, right? Yeah, it is. Let's come out here and let's do a comparison. Yeah, no, they're more this colour. If I look at the picture, they're more that colour than this. Because even though, like, yeah, the shade's going to be compensated by the sun anyways up there. So, let's start going at this. So, right about here. There's no lines in the road, actually, at this point. Just kind of goes out a wee bit, so... If I'm going off image scaling, there's 5 of these. So right about here, that's going to be the first mark. And it does go in either direction. The width of these, what's the width? It actually just looks like these are 1 block wide gaps, really. How far down do they go? I need to line them up with the other tree, though, to see how far that is. It does look like the overhangs do protrude slightly further than these, so whatever I'd stack up, the blue would kind of hang over more that way. So actually, that's wrong. That's actually a mistake I'm making. I need to go further down to compensate for said overhang. Right about there should be good, actually. Let's see. Yeah, if you get the overhang over there, it looks a little bit better. I don't know if I should make these 2 blocks wide or not, actually. Because these are considerably wider than the singular path that goes through. Yeah, like I said, the hardest bit is scale. So I'm going to try to scale anything off of anything. So the tree that's above, if I can find the right image I'm looking for, they don't reach this tree over here. So it'd be kind of like it ends right about at that bit. So let's try to keep that in perspective here. This would be nice to have a few pair of hands to help get a few other opinions on, but for now it's just me. Yeah, the tree might have to actually get moved because I didn't plant the tree there with the notion of these, but now I'm starting to think that's a wiser idea. Actually, I believe there's a. It's very hard to remember what happens underneath that. These overhangs. Okay. It looks like it's just a flat berm. Yeah, it's just a flat berm the whole time. Actually. Yeah, it is actually kind of rough to base this off of. There's not really any good leverage you can get with the perspective. Now, this is really tedious stream, I know, for now. Let's see, Verdansk Superstore. Trying to look around for some other perspectives because the issue I'm having now is that it seems as though this side is cut in half more than this side, but you can only build with these 64-bit blocks. So now I'm looking about more. There's more billiards and shit you can put underneath, but we don't have access to those. I might just put fence posts there instead. Hard to tell. Because in reality, these might actually be way longer than I'm perceiving them as. It's just difficult to gauge that. So now I'm actually looking through a video of the car park area. Yeah, there's not really good video showcasing this. And you think because most people land fucking at Superstore, but it would appear as though no one really lands inside the parking lot area. It's actually the interior bit, of course. So remaking this is actually really hard. I'm looking at some more images because I want to get this completely accurate as I can at least. The angles I'm seeing, it's just very difficult to read if it goes further in. Okay, it does look like it does go further in. Actually looks like it goes further on this side now I'm looking at it. Like that side's wider. I know, it's just perspective, they're both wide. And these do go down for a wee bit. Let's see here. So some of these do have parking spaces that come out of them. I don't know if I want to replicate the spaces. I might just use a wire. Trip wire, let's see how that goes. I think these are still a little bit too... What the hell's going on? Oh, that's a tripwire hook. Yeah, I'm on a redstone block. That's pretty much the reason why that's not working, I'm pretty certain. But, yeah, making the parking spaces might not be possible. It's just too fucking thin. It's too thin. It does look like each of these are held up by 4 different stilts at different intervals. So that's actually good to base this off of. Yeah. So it would appear that it's kind of yellow, white. So maybe a birch is probably the best stilt to use for this, actually. Now, how tall they go is also very hard to gauge from these pictures. Actually, the more I'm looking at them now, they're not looking like birch. They're looking more like I should use a concrete wall. Like an andesite wall, yeah. Get rid of that. Yeah, that looks a lot more like what the pictures show online, actually. Is that. This length is variable, though. I'm not entirely certain that's really how good that's supposed to look. I don't like basing anything off of feel. So if you're on the ground playing, you could, yeah, you could run underneath this. You could bonk your head. This world does have short sneaking, because that's kind of how it is. It kind of like spreads out a wee bit into an impossible shape that Minecraft does not offer. I think it'd be low enough for Minecraft though. Let's see. So this spread out at quite big intervals, if I have to say so myself. So this tree actually won't be accurate. Fairly certain it won't be. It looks like they're spread out 1, 2, 3, 4. Because there's 4 different stilts. And they've got, looks like 2 parking spaces between 2 of them. It's really hard to see from all the angles I'm getting. It's not 2.5 parking spaces between the both. Yeah. There's benches in some of them, which makes it even harder to make. Yeah, so roughly 2 parking bits. So if I did actually come in foresight and actually add lines, I would actually be in the right. Because I could just add 1 line in between these 2 and that creates the 2 parking bits. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we gotta add some more space here. And that's the best part about this, is that I can just extend that wall whenever I have to, which is inevitable. I will have to extend it. But now I've got to kind of realign that tree if I want to make it 100% accurate. Because the tree actually doesn't get to this bit. So this will be the final area. How did I make that? That was too wide, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's tedious. What can you do about it? Let me just make sure that those individual posts, I don't think I have a view of those posts that actually do the same there. These beams that spread across. See, now they're looking taller than they were before, which I could still change, but they just look taller now, for some reason. Interestingly enough, these things, I mean, they slightly do cave in, but Minecraft can't recreate that. Like, they cave in, like, if I was talking Minecraft terms, maybe like 2 pixels in, and then that's it. So, it's mostly going to be a flat roof. There is no blue, well, I could be wrong, actually. Maybe there is. But I can't really see. Alright, it does look like the beams inside do have those same rungs. But I don't think there's a single slab. What is this? Prismarine slab. Maybe if there's one of those. No, it's still too bright, actually. Get that, you got, oh well, maybe the warp slab. I don't know, I'm looking for like a blue slab that's pretty dark. Dark prismarine, yeah, let's compare these 2 actually. So we got that. Yeah, this look, I mean, it's tin. The material that this is made of is either aluminium or tin. It's not at all bricks. But if you put wool over it, or something of the sort, like if I just type in blue, it's not even cyan, it's just pure blue in this game. What is it closest to really here? It's actually light blue. Looks more like light blue. But there's no cyan for it. That's the thing. Like, if I can make a light blue carpet float, which there's probably some way, but I don't know how to do it, that might be ideal. But it's... no, that's not even the right material. I look at that, it's just completely clear. Versus this. So, I don't know. Please tell me there's not a gap that gets created here if I put this on top of the block. Okay, thankfully there's not. Yeah, it's rough. This is a rough thing to do, but if I could make a carpet, which it's not going to be able to place in the shit, well, maybe it will. Oh, it will. But I can't just make it float, right? No, I can't, just like all times. Maybe, oh no, if I get berries, hold on. Oh, there's no berries, I'd use a command block to spawn berries in my inventory, that's right. Like, that would, no, it's even still too bright. It's like between those 2 colours. That's the worst bit about this whole fucking ordeal. So it dips, like, maybe I could simulate the dipping, actually, if I do something like that. No, that looks terrible, though. Well, let's just try it out for a wee bit. If I extend the barriers all the way out here, it's the wrong material, of course, but just go with it for now. Like, what would the result look like here? Get that on top, come on. Like I said, there's not really any material that's a slab that's that colour of the tin roof that we're looking for. Uh, so all this game is just experimentation, constant experimentation. No, yeah, I think it dips down too much. Yeah, it just dips down too much. That's just not a good look for it, really. I think we're just better off just, like I said, it's just pixels. We're talking Minecraft pixels levels over here. When it comes to how far down this thing dips. So having it cave in like that is just not really worth it. We'll just go back to filling this in normally. Listen, I'm just desperate for any other fucking solution here. If there's any sort of half block or whatnot I can use. This carpet would have been nice, but I don't even remember the fucking, let's look at these again, actually. No, it's green. This is honestly looking more like the Verdansk 84 Superstore, which is not my intention. Oh, well, we got, I think I did use Prismarine. I've got short-term memory loss, that's why I won't remember it. I don't know, there's more, I think there's one shade of this blue that's akin to that. But the material, I'm not entirely certain if that's how that should look. This gets trickier by the minute. Because the materials are wrong both. It's not brick and it's not stone. It's just supposed to be tin. But here we are. So just starting is always the hardest bit of these fucking projects. It really is. Like I'm at a crossroads right now. I can't tell what fucking looks better. Because they equally look. They both don't look like they belong, and they don't look like they're recreating it perfectly. And this looks more green, that looks more blue. If I was at a distance and I was looking at Superstore from a distance, and I saw something, but let's see here. I don't know. There's no fucking picture online that comes close to what Minecraft has to offer. That's the problem I'm having. I can't just make them like full block height because it's not at all how it's made. There's no tin block. There's no dyes. If only you can make dyes and shit like that from these kind of block. It's either dark green or light green, teal. Like, you don't really get an in-between. And yes, I'm going to make it wider. I'm going to make all that wider for now. It's just if I see that... I actually might just make these block taller too. Yeah, I think I'm going to make these a block taller. They need to be block taller. Because it looks way too short. Let's see. Just going off of the distance it looks at. Did I forget to add totems? Oh, I guess I already destroyed them actually. We might just stick with the Prismarine really. I'm slowly gravitating towards the Prismarine. Alright. And plus we've got some coverage here now, it's also good. Love to see it coming together. Alright, there we are. Now let's slap on these. As shits and giggles really. We'll go one wider, it's much wider than one wide. Actually, no. Something's not right here as well. Oh no, these will be covered up. Never mind. These will be covered up. That's what I was worried about. Was why is there just a vacancy there? Oops. I might just stick with these really. The darker greens just come across as green. These at least have some shades of blue in them. Wrong material entirely, but there is no tin material that I know of in this game. And even if there was, it's probably a full block of tin or just an actual consumable material, not like an actual slab you can just put together, just dye and whatnot. Yeah, I hate that. Now it's looking more green, isn't it? It looks more green now than it did before. I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking know. This goes several blocks out. Let me look at the pictures again. See, the worst bit is that the colour of this tin that's supposed to be on this is supposed to be the exact same colour as the Superstore. So there actually might come a time where I just completely revamp this and just say fuck slabs. Even though then they are slabs, it's very thin. It's just not going to work out really. What have we got? Yeah, so they do cover it considerably actually, where the shadows are. Not well, considerably, but at the same time not too much. So I'd say maybe a block more either direction. It's hard to gauge this really. Okay, this side looks rather barren and naked. How wide did they cover over? They're not too wide as well. They just barely cover over the parking spaces, so probably one more in either direction. That'd be good. Really sucks I can't recreate the caving in effect that it has. There's just something off about it. At this angle everything looks green, at this angle everything looks blue. It's weird. These fucking blocks are found underwater, not in front of wannabe Walmarts and Tesco's. Alright, so we got... Let's do a baseline here. So this is... Yeah, that's one block out. So let's do the same on the other side. Is this one block out? Oops. Yeah, they are. Okay. Yeah, I might make amendments to these, really. Because the wall... The tree, I'm going to have to move the tree. It's just going to have to happen. I don't have any sort of mechanism for making trees. I just fucking try to make it look like it poofs out and goes to do a singularity at the top. These are just custom trees. I'm not very good at making scenery. There's something, if I came from maybe, like, if I came from Storage Town and look back at this, it still looks small, doesn't it? Like, it still looks like it's on the smaller end. I don't like how small that looks, I really don't. I might extend these by a space each in each direction. Well, maybe not in either direction, but at least in this direction. Because these look really small. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Makes a difference. There we are. Oops. Actually, that might not be a bad idea, just to put the beams to go all the way across. Like, for instance, like this. Because that's kind of what they do in the pictures. As they do that kind of motion. Let me take a look again. If there was like a Google Maps version or Google Street View of Verdansk, I would absolutely love that. Ah, okay, no, they only go in one direction. So I was actually right the first time. So this actually is not accurate. They just go out this way. Alright, moving everything. I'm glad I titled this stream Superstore Grounds and not Superstore, because I don't see getting the Superstore, at least if the stream continues, for quite a bit of time, really. So we're at... Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But over here we got 1, 2, 3, 4... Did I fucking... What did I do up here? Well, I just didn't get this yet. What a fucking say. Alright, let's get you way the hell out here. It's all tedious, but it's all meant to be to scale. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we go in our direction up here. And let's get the wall up. There we are. And then we went one over in the direction, which we, again, probably change that. Alright, so now we've increased the scale considerably to 5 between each block. Yeah, it's looking a little bit better. It looks a little bit better. Again, if I'm truly basing it to scale, it's going to be massive. Let's see. So let's try extending this one more in either direction. So go out like this, one block, and then we go out on this side, one block. Is it too big? That's what she said, but is it actually? From above... Actually, from above, I could definitely visualise the other ones not being too far away. From angles like this, I think it gets the job done just fine, actually. But I have to fit 4 more of these because there's 5 of these little pavilions, little miniature pavilions. Let's see. Just double check my work here. Always nice to have a double check. The increment between these is also the same, but even though it's equidistant, it's still hard to gauge just how far apart they are. Because the trees can't, I don't have trees for reference when I look at this. I'm also seeing billiards on the edges of these. But only in certain pictures. Weird. Mandela effects, I do remember there being billiards, but maybe there's not. Now this I do have to kind of go by a feel-ish area. It seems as though they're not that far apart, so if I put 3 block gap in, and then, boom, here we are. And just like that. Are we going to be able to do that 5 times? Maybe. So how wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 9 wide, so we have to do 8 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we can just work backwards from here, I suppose. Starting from the top, going to the bottom. And these are on across. Oh, I made a mistake. That's never good. I went 1 further out than I should have. Let's just... yeah, it's 9. Right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Wait, it's 8. Hold on, I'm losing my shit now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Yeah, no, I was actually right the first time. Fucking, I guess I thought I was going to wrap around. That's alright. Uh, 3, 4, this is 5, so that would be going out like that. Putting that right there. Oh, I'm going in 1 more. Unorthodox methods of building here, but there you are. Alright, so let's at least get that slabbed onto the ground there. Alright, we'll just fill in the rest. Because, you know, it's a 5 block gap between each one. Definitely going to have to extend out into the east. That's inevitable. I can see it happening, but that's why I did it this way versus the other way where I make the building first and then this is completely off balance. Because Modern Warfare 2 has these appear very massive. They're slender, but they appear very massive. So let's get this thing done first with the perspective. Nearly there. Looking good. Nicely done. Let's get these actually going in either direction here. And then we start the counting phase. Right here. Let's go that direction. Lovely jubbly, lovely jubbly. And then we just actually can just base it off the other one. Copycats, full dies. That's as wide as that goes, and then we go to another direction as we have done in the past. And we can just do this sort of filling method. Lovely. And then we just base off the blocks, and then that will actually be this finalised. I don't even individually count the 5 in between each. It's just going to happen naturally. Should we actually go further on these rods? Oh, definitely not, actually. Not a fan of that at all. Alright, back this up. So, making this to scale is kind of difficult in its own right, but fucking... it's just getting the colours and materials. Part of the description at the end of the limitations is colours, and this is where the biggest sort of thing happens, because this is going to be different colour than Superstore unless I decide to go with wall or something. And there's no colour I know of that's got a good material that's the same colour as what it should be, really. But for now, we're off to a pretty good start. I might actually raise these a bit. It still seems sort of low to me. Because, like, this is supposed to be a wall. Normally in Warzone this would be like fucking, for instance, it'd be this tall. But your character can jump there in Minecraft, you can't, so I'm making the rule of survival on mine. We're going to experiment now. Again. Once more. But let's just count this out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. Because if I make these a block taller, I wonder if that will look even better for scaling wise. Scaling purposes. It might not. It might just appear too gigantic, but there's no way you know unless you actually do it. Here we are. Yeah, seeing that bedrock always gives me a wee bit of a scare, actually. Because it's at that point that you know you don't have much wiggle room to work with. So that's one higher than we actually usually go. We usually go 3 blocks. Oh, I stand corrected. I guess we go 4. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go 5 blocks up and see how that goes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go 5 now. Oh, I feel that was sent a bit. Yeah, elevations are going to be a problem. Not going up, going down. That's going to be the biggest problem for this. I'm slowly seeing that once I'm doing the Superstore. 2, 3, 4. But now we're going to go a 5th one. OCD beware. I draw that line there. I don't know. I'm just getting all sorts of depth perception issues happening with me. So going the 5 up. We can just count across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And there we are. So that's 5. Now, if we take it a step further, and we do what we've done before. Hold on a second, I'm noticing a flaw with my design here, which is easily fixable. Yeah, that's the fucking problem. So I need to go one more other direction over here. Might contribute as to why I think it's too small. There we are. Fixed on that bit. Fixed on that bit. Make sure. Ooh, I saw you. Cheeky bastard trying to sneak away from me there. These went, how far? 2 blocks out? It's hard to gauge all this. So let's have a reference here. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 4 is the magic number that we went out. Oh no, it's not. I think it's actually 5. Oh no, it's 4. So we went 4 blocks out from the podium, and then we went 2 blocks behind it. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So let's do the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? It's the biggest confusion. 3, 4. It was on the 4th block or a 4th block. No, it was on the 4th block. So it's really 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Gotcha. So I'll move this in 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then we just build up from there. Then we went 2 blocks behind it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Spread all the way in. Oops. Again, now this might be too big actually, but we'll see. And then from these posts, I believe it's what, 2 out. So 1, 2 from the top. Gotcha. It's 1, 2. And then the dimensions are basically met. Actually, except for the other side here. These haven't been met yet. I see the hole there. I'm making holes. Totally advanced building techniques here. Yeah. It's going to be a very arduous endeavour doing stuff like the Cover Mountains, as my squad calls them, because that's nothing but it's basically the western snowy mountain bit. That's going to be very rough to build from scratch. So I'm not very good at scene remaking at all. Well, the posts are fine. We do need to put more in this other direction here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we need to go the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So now it's 1 block taller. Now, what looks better? I think actually this is a block longer, isn't it? No, it's actually not. That's a visual... That's an optical illusion, isn't it? Look at that. It's because of the height difference, but actually if you draw a line across, you realise they're actually the same distance, same width and everything, even on this bit, but it just looks like it's bigger. Now, what do I prefer? I mean, what would most people prefer in this case? Actually, we forgot a critical bit, which is adding these here. Yeah, that's actually really critical. I'm slowly gravitating more towards this bit, but if I'm on the floor and I was playing a game, what would I like more? It's a hard one. Over here it feels like you're about to bonk your head, over here it does, but over here it looks like they're too raised. That's my problem. I have no fucking idea. And we're actually missing some posts over here, aren't we? We're actually missing 2 posts over here. Either way, one of these is getting destroyed. I don't know. I feel like maybe this bit still. This just feels way too roomy now. Like this bit over here. I don't know. Like, it just feels like it's way above where I am versus when Verdansk. If I take a look at the source images again, it's not really as tall. But they don't look like you. I mean, if I stand here versus in the images, if I was on operator on the ground and looked at this, it's rough. This is rough. This is a rough decision to make. See, from over here, these look way too short, and these look too tall. Or these look like more size, but they still look tall. That's rough. That's really rough to make, that decision. Because, like, if I'm just running around Minecraft, whatnot, and I see that, this looks too tall, that looks too short. The middle ground's fine, but then I can't cover up those slabs, the walls. For instance, it's just doing this right here. Doing that, this would be the way of going about it. Which, I mean, it isn't the end of the world, but then I can't double those up. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's rough. So, I also will not have enough room to add 2 more of these. I need to extend out this way, which is fine. That's why I built it this way. That also means these trees need to come out this way more. Because there's actually a lot of dead space here anyways. I'm saving some room here for the sign. But I think this tree might have to come over. Just seeing these is... I don't know. It just seems too tall. Like, we fought out there versus we fought over here. Because I plan to add like the vehicles if I can see them, which would make you bonk your head. But in Warzone, they would give you some leeway there. They wouldn't just bonk your head right if you jumped on a vehicle. Yeah, not immediately. There's just something wacky that looks at least over there. I can't put my finger on it though. I'll have to make a decision. I can't just stay here fucking indecisive for 5 years and not do shite. I mean, from a distance, this looks weird, but it looks better. Up close, this looks worse, and this looks better, but this, it just seems like it's a lot more condensed. I think it's all based on your camera height. That's the thing, like where you're standing here compared to the other bit. So, it just looks like these look better when they're on 3 blocks high, and then they got the 4th one branching out, whereas this is 4 blocks high and the 5th one's branching out. From above, they're going to look the same. Initially, I didn't think they would, but they do look the same. When you start getting the nitty-gritty down here, you start to realise, yeah, it's not the same. It's just making everything a block taller, it's no big deal. But I feel like if you start a panoramic from there versus here, there's a lot more room over here. And let's say we added cars. Like, we'd just make this placeholder car. No, that's not what I'm going to make it as, but let's just say like that. If I did that, I at least still have some jumping room to fight. Versus if I did it over here, I'm pretty certain my head's going to bonk the wall and knock me back off. Yeah, there's no jumping room. So I don't know. It's a hard decision to make if I want to make the bigger, but I think the taller one might actually be the way to go. I really do. Because these are starting to look more like petrol pumps than they actually are like car park stilts, so I think we're going to go with that change. Yeah, so we're going to do it 1 block taller. Which is going to kind of... That is relatively difficult to amend, but... whatever. As long as you have the dimensions correct here. So if we stack these over, go this wide as it is, and just one more. We want... did we get one far out? No, I think... No, we didn't because of this one. So really it's actually the method, I guess, to build over it, is just to do this. Because that way the dimensions are still intact, it's just 1 block taller. It's quite bizarre though. Anyway. Oh, and everything else fills in itself. Yeah, I really wish I had a way to get the music to play something different, but fucking Spotify doesn't work on PlayStation. And no one else I play with really uses a PC, and I don't even have Minecraft installed on PC anyways anymore, so... But streaming on PC to me is just harder. Alright, here we go. Season 1 and who fucking knows, really. This might be the wrong decision in the end, but fucking... For now, it's just a temporary decision until we get this sorted. Because there's literally no telling if this is going to stay. I might literally just change this whole shit and just say, fuck it, let's just go block tall, wall or whatnot. Indecision's not really a good thing, but here we are. I just care that much about this. Yeah, this is where that extra pair of hands comes in play here. It's just having someone else to help you out with this is a lot better than doing this on your own, but then again there's less bickering about it. Because if you have a certain vision, someone else has a certain vision, they have to compare, it's just like, oh, they know a block that's better than yours, or you know a block that's better than theirs. It's really hard to agree on something. Like, I'd be on the whole Prismarine and whatever the other shit is, Orca shit, planks debate the whole time. Right now. Same thing with design. I'd still be debating between, do I want it to be 5 blocks or fucking 4 blocks tall? And now these should be the same, yeah? Yeah. They are the same now. Perfect. No, not perfect again. There's some skewing issues with the height here, but... For now, it'll do. So now we gotta do this kind of tricky shit when we do this now. Get to lie of the land. And we can just build around it. Close. No cigar though. Now how far we take these pavilions, it's going to be pretty rough to determine really. Because it's digging out that way. I believe that, yeah, there's like a ramp that goes to the storage bit, the docking area. With the lorries coming in and whatnot. And there's actually lorries already parked there. So, building that to scale, I shouldn't be worried about that one actually. Just focus on this. Yeah, replacing all the grass with the dirt path is going to be tedious, but it's just going to have to happen anyways. It just makes everything better, because the green grass Minecraft has versus this grass, this matches Verdansk a lot better. It's not the exact same hue, but it's much closer to it. Going for all I know, this is the standard operating procedure for these things, even though it's only these on the map. Another thing that's going to be very difficult is getting stuff like the second bit of storage, the second bit of super, as well as airport. Airport's going to be pretty rough to make with the ramp. Or at least the building is, because I don't know many buildings. None of my own footage I've seen is really in the airport, except for that one Spec Ops mission, Paladin, whatever it's called. Headhunter Cavalda, whatever. No, it wasn't Cavalda, it was one of them. Crosswind, I believe it was, actually. Yeah, Crosswind sounds more like it. I miss those days of playing that game. It's like one of the only ways you can actually play Verdansk now. Oh, what am I, like fucking 11 years old again, playing Minecraft or some shite, just making a series on it, like every fucking teen does, with their fucking profile picture and annoying music and shit, and Friday night, what again, Friday night something, Friday night fuckballs, whatever it is. Yeah. There's just nothing going on in gaming right now. I mean, all the horror games are just desaturated, you don't have people playing, and when the good ones I would play are ones that are multiplayer and no one's on them. SCP Containment Breach, multiplayer mode, for instance, is a good one. Lunch Lady's another good one, actually. I don't know. Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th are just not scary. I mean, not really, it's not like the game's fucking scary, it's just not visceral. Like, you take a modern horror game and you compare it to something like SCP-087-B, most kids these days don't even know what the fuck that game is. That game is fucking super visceral. I was fucking on the verge of shitting myself when I was younger playing that, like, when I was 12 years old. Game came out, I think, 2010 or so, right before SCP Containment Breach, and rocked my shit. Now it's just like, well, you gotta be politically correct in your video games and shit. It's just like, fuck that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We did this before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, gotta extend over there, definitely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's just what I miss about old-time gaming. And I used to watch the usuals, Markiplier and whatnot, when they were actually fucking funny and whatnot, not fucking some multicoloured rainbow-ass hair, get no, it's just like, But to each their own, right? If people find that funny, so be it. Playing Slendy Tubbies and SCP Containment Breach and that Amnesia. Who the fuck remembers Amnesia? It's like, if you say Amnesia, most people will think, oh, you're talking about the disease, right? No, I'm talking about the game. That's an old game. Kerosene lamps and all. Kerosene lamps? What's that? Jeez, I'm 23 years old turning this year and fucking... I sound like I'm fucking reflecting on my Vietnam era of playing video games or some shit, like I'm that old. I mean, I don't know. It's just, making games good again is just, I don't know. There's just a certain atmosphere you have to encapsulate, and it's very hard to do so. There's one game that's pretty enticing, but none of my friends actually have PCs to play it, which is, it's like an SCP, but it's involving shooting. It's got going like you're the Nine-Tailed Fox, and you go in there and you dispatch, and you're actually entirely from the Nine-Tailed Fox's perspective. And also you have a fucking lisp like I just talked with there. That's stroking a week and a half ago thereabouts, and I've just been congested ever since. Most people have some sort of sickness or whatnot though, so it's something's going about. Who knows? We're getting this right, yeah. Ah, fuck it, let's just do it this way. Alright, yeah, it was right. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's from the left to right. So this would be 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, my eyes. It hurts my eyes looking at this material. What is anything for a long period of time, really? Let's cop it up with this one. Perfect. Just moving my fucking mind right there, talking this. Cannon's the wrong way, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. So we have one more of these to go, and then this should be the end of the pavilions for now. I might revisit them to change the overhead material. For now, this is decent. I said decent because I really wish there was a thin tin material, whatnot, or some sort of slab that you can change the colour on, like a RGB editor or hex editor. Unfortunately, it does not exist. Better not hire me, Mojang, and Microsoft. Who the fuck owns this? Because that's a good idea, I'd say. Having a slab where you can make a material and just have an RGB editor and creative mode only. Make things proper, but I mean, people make extravagant creations without that, so I'm just bitching into the wind. That's all I'm doing. Perfect, sort of. As perfect as I can think of right now, for now at least. It's either too short or too tall, and I'm going with too tall. It's sort of coming together. It's sort of getting that Superstore aesthetic to it. Adding room over here. Let me look back at these pictures, because I do think, looking at this again, I might have actually infringed upon the curvilege too much. If I look at the overhead picture. Ooh, let's look at this actually. The overhead picture, oh shit, it is a little bit close. No, I could fit that in. It's like a little patch of grass right there you could fit in. Yeah. I'd move these, if I can move these over a couple units, I definitely would, and put that patch right there. So be it. It's just a little curb with a triangle bit of grass in it. It's no big deal, actually. Yep, let's keep carrying on then. Because if I just remove that... Well, actually, hold on a second. If I remove that one unit... First off, we're going way over there, by the way. But if I remove that one singular unit, it does give me more room to work with. How does he have it angled? He has... The picture's angled kind of like this. They're kind of going up and to the left. It's kind of like that. And there's like a patch of grass right here. If I took this one out to the equation, the bottommost one... Ah, shit, I actually might have to end up doing that, really. I mean, yeah, that means moving everything else over, but fucking... This does seem like it's a little bit too far. So I actually might have to make two more anyways. Because I don't think I can just squeeze this in here, right? This is going to be a rough estimate. I've solidified this further, but just for the sake of this... how is it made? It's like a... scalene triangle. No, right triangle. I'm a fucking retard there. It's like a patch of grass that looks like that. It's actually a little bit taller than that, really. But the thing is, there's quite a bit of room between, you see, the overhang. So, yeah, I'm running out of room over here. Yeah, I think we might actually just completely nix this one and move the trees. That's gonna suck ass, but I mean, that's kind of what this is just making everything to scale. It's not really easy, is it? And it's not. No, it's not. Like, give this more room, make the triangle breathe a wee bit. Let it come up at least halfway there. Yeah, that's the game plan. I might actually use normal Minecraft grass, because the cave... I don't know, actually. The cave-in is not appealing here to the concrete powder. And plus you can tell it's just like a couple of pixels off the top. Got a free haircut, that dirt did. But let's just focus on extending this now. So we do have to go quite a bit of ways over this direction, which is not something I like that much. At all. Let me refer back to another angle I'm seeing online from this direction. And making Superstore is going to be a bitch, isn't it? Right, zoom out. I haven't made the sign yet. The sign's not going to be until like way the fuck over here, so I got to fill in all this anyhow. If I could duplicate that tree, I fucking would. Oh, okay, so I'm looking at the picture, and it looks as though that triangle bit's actually a concrete wall. It's like a wall around it of this, but white. Well, let me phrase it. Oh, this, but white. But not that it actually exists. There's bushes again I haven't filled in yet. But I think removing that one might actually be the way to go. Really, I do think that. So, let's get rid of this. That's unfortunate, but that's how it is. It's unfortunate, but that's just how it is. And actually, it still would be accurate if I removed this, because this triangle does occupy a bit of space, and there's road to the left and right of the curtilage. So we're fine, actually, in that regard. Getting the actual measurements of that triangle is very difficult, though, because I'm not seeing images of that side, actually. But this entire bit right here is where this triangle takes place at. Looks kind of naked now, but actually it's should house the triangle just fine. Yeah, that's another thing about limitations in the description. I mentioned slopes, triangles included. It's a slope. Hypotenuse. Jeez. As much as I would like to add fucking Easter eggs, like fucking making my own house or something else, or some other just structure from Caldera or whatnot, into this, I mean, it's not faithful to making a recreation. I hate it when recreations end up doing fucking shit like that, actually. And just like that, you would never even know that that was there. Now it's just some void, naked space, which can house that triangle actually comfortably now. There's actually quite a bit of space there, to be frank with you, but there's some other things that go on down there, so it's no big deal. We do have to extend this quite a bit, and the trees do need to be moved, although I need to keep it faithful, actually. That tree needs to come to at least probably like right there. Alright, we've got some work to do here. So let's just count it out really quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're not even close. So let's see how many blocks we need to dig out. Oh, that's lying right there. So if we take a look at the schematics of Superstore, I'm seeing the curtilage of the fifth one lines up perfectly with a ramp that approaches it. So essentially, where this would be, if this was the fifth one, this is exactly where the ramp would come in. And this does bleed into the ramp a wee bit, not too much though. So that's actually really helpful information, truthfully is. So actually the best course of action, this should be 7 blocks, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's kind of dig a little bit in impromptu fashion over here. But now we go back to reality. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7 between, yeah? So it's these 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that should be the same, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lovely. So now we'll just do the same for the rest of it. And that will determine how far we will dig out. Now we still do have to go past the 14 block barrier because there still is road to the right side of that bit. How wide is this actually? I believe it's just 5, right? It's just supposed to be 5? Yep, 5. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And we're going to put a marker so I'd run into that. So that's actually going to be our 4th one. Now we need to do this again, actually. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lovely. Yep, and then we've got the traditional going on here, but at least we have a baseline for this ramp. Right here, that's where the ramp's going to be, is right there. Well, at least the edge of the ramp, at least. Put the barrier there. And then we're just going to build up randomly, actually. Oh, fucking hell, I got 1 stocker, yeah? That's nice. Let's place all here for the time being. So let's see what we got. Let's get the schematic out. It's actually really hard to gauge, so it's probably smart if we do it this way. Yeah, it's not smart if we do it this direction, because the ramp goes there anyhow. Curtilage is going to be nearby. Alright, so we've got our area, that's our area. whole bunch of this. This is all it was last night anyhow. It was just a whole bunch of fucking this. It's got to be careful not to infringe too much on that curlage here. Alrighty. Gotta say the flying speed whilst on the ground has improved so many times over the decade. I remember you used to be able to hit, like, you run and then you hit a block and then you can only go like 4 blocks at a time at speed, where here you can just go the whole fucking yard and whatnot. It's actually really nice. Well, that's kind of emulating what I'm talking about right there actually. It's a wee bit slow, but that's alright. No big deal. We might change that for our way we go east actually. Oops, shite. That's inevitable now. Sprint that. Yeah, that's the problem with superflats, is that fucking void. It's just slimming about around there. When I get to the gulag and what, but that's going to be really rough to work about with. That's so be it. I mean, life would have no objective if there wasn't any sort of challenge or hiccup in the way. Otherwise, you live in a thing called redundancy. Alrighty. So this should give me a gauge here. This gives me a gauge into whereabouts the ramp will be. We still have to dig out some more there, but we'll figure that out as the time comes, actually. Yeah, so we can probably make this actually easy on ourselves. So right this baseline here, remember this? Turn around on the block, break it, and then you'll do alright. It's going to hit me right there. They might actually end on the block, I'm not entirely certain yet, we'll see. Pivot. This is the slab bit. Messages. Let's just fucking read it, alright. Oh shite me, you gotta be shitting me, come on. There we are. Lovely. We'll do the same for this. Yeah, the median, I have to see if it lines up directly with the pole, if it goes past it. Consistency is key though. Alright, looking actually really nice so far. Still have that entire section to dig out over there, but I'm not worried about this quite yet. Yeah, so the spacing of the trees and the stone is all going to have to be skewed. And not that one way down there, but the other ones are going to have to be skewed. That's no big deal, though. I'll get around to it when I do. I just wish it's a people since we're already this other way. My main prerogative actually is to get these done, but still rather dig these out just for OCD purposes. Because if I can get those done, I can get this brick out of my bloody inventory. Just to probably call it back again, actually. I'm definitely not putting Superstore out of that fucking brick, that's not happening. Not at all. Like, yeah, Superstore's made out of the same material, tin, but it would just look stupid making Superstore out of prismarine bricks, I'd say, yeah. Sure, many others will say the same thing, actually. Sort of therapeutic doing this. This is some sort of, actually. But the bright side about clearing out this lot is that this gives me more wiggle room in Superstore. Like, if I just had this room, then I would completely run out of space. Like, where the docking area over here, for instance, there's like a hole in the wall with a fire, like a urinals and whatnot over there. Actually, no, it's over here, specifically. I just know the general, like, there's like a hangover here and whatnot. There's like a brick wall. I couldn't make all this over here in this space. Well, I can make it like the western bit. Over here, I'm fucked. There's a whole second floor and whatnot, the roof and whatnot. So making this to scale is going to be pretty rough. And it makes me wonder if I should work on the interior first, or if I should work on the exterior. And I'm leaning more on the interior. Sightlines, very important. Because again, the end goal is to make this a survival world, or adventure world, whatever the hell the term is, I don't know. Where it's kind of like a battle royale against lads you play with. Kind of want to make the C-130, not the C-17 Globetrotter that's in Warzone 2 or whatever it is called. Globetrotter Grandmaster, I forgot actually what it's really called, but it's one of those two planes. Yeah, it's just a C-130 in this. All for it as well. Though we're not there yet. Like, I might make that after this or after Storage Town. Just that way it's like, hey, you can drop wherever you want. It's nice. Might actually make it past, like up there, past storage. Or between storage and superflat where you have like equidistant. Or maybe I should make it over this actually, because technically storage and superstore's not actually the centre of the map. There's some ravine that is actually east of the airport. So that's the centre of the map. 10 buildings might not be a big issue. With just huge bricks as the roof, that shouldn't be a problem actually. Part of me just wants to make the outskirts, like the surrounding buildings, because those will be a lot easier to tackle, and then do a superstore, but then I can't gauge how far out I need to destroy these bricks, these grass blocks actually. That creates its own issue. Alright, once we get through this layer, I'm going to take a quick break. Come right back at it. As I am getting a little bit parched and hungry, so I'm going to prep myself some grub. But I'll be back shortly. But for now, we'll just break these last few arrays. And we'll work on the second layer when I come back and deal with the superstore itself. So, yeah. I don't exactly know how to pause the stream. Everything I'm doing is just stopping my character. I don't know how to pause the stream. If I pull up the menu, I think it just... No, it doesn't do that. Not entirely certain how it works. Because if I watch a VOD back, or someone watches it back for whatever fucking reason this gets out there, I mean, it's just like, there's nothing like watching this stream, just me just sitting watching my map and looking at that. No, it's just not fun at all. Alright, so we'll be back shortly. Let's just be courteous to viewers here. Let's get a little sign out there. We'll just do the bird sign, it's fine by me. I died. We need all these tools we need actually. Alright. Rather shortly, actually. It's like gone fishing on it. And then let's get ourselves a map. Damn, it only covers that bit, yeah? That sucks ass. Could have sworn this would have covered the other side. Like, if I went over here, it's different now, yeah? Like, take a look at that. It's pretty funny, isn't it? Not funny, but... you can see it's kind of coming together, yeah? It is. So, liking it. But yeah, we will be back shortly. Andesite slabs. I'm going to make a note for myself, actually, because I'm rather slow. Actually, no, I'll remember it. So, yeah. Put that right there. I'll be back shortly, lads. Alright, some Krempeg and curry later, we're back. So last off we, let's see here. Alright. Let's just restore the sign. So that's what we got. So we had andesite wall, was what we had before. Now where are you? There you are. Okay, we're still breaking these, so we've still got some progress to make. No big deal. I really wish I could have paused the stream. I do not know how to do that on PlayStation 4. I'm pretty certain opening up any menu just brings up the blue camera icon. Not very useful. That way, walking back, we'll just watch that sign the whole time. So I'm sorry about that, but got no way to fix it. Unless I manually cuts it out, which I will not get around to doing. Just being up front. Oh. This is all yesterday was, I guess it was the past 2 days really. It just took 2 days to get motivation to get as far as putting down the road and putting the hill up there like that. OCD right here, I need to get tending to that, that's alright, we'll get around to it. It's always nice to have something to do. I'd much rather be the busybody that's doing the work like this. Versus earlier, when the stream started, it was like, let's spend 500 years to decide what material, how high should those be, you know, how wide should they be. Indecision is it's the worst bit, but you have to compensate Minecraft cut corners, and I don't like cut corners. Some things you just cannot avoid, like those tins caving, and there's nothing I can do about that to make it look appealing, not appeasing. Appeasing to the eye. Did I mention I was an English and Legal Studies double major? Yeah, I know, crazy, isn't it? Appeasing. For those who've ever had Welsh curry, you probably know then that your vocal cords do get a wee bit tightened up afterwards. So you kind of just don't want to talk, actually. It's kind of like there's something encumbering your trachea. So apologies for my mother's solid. It's just, I'm doing not multitasking. I'm not the person who's on my phone doing whatever else. The only thing I'm using on my phone is images of the Verdansk map itself, or I can find tidbits of it, which is why I'll be stopped for times at a bit, but I'll try to narrate through what I see. Alright, let's go another layer deep here. This is the penultimate layer we're cutting through. This is also the riskiest, one of the riskiest layers to get through because of all the bedrock. do not want to fall through the void, although Cradle I can just fix it. I mean, there's no really repercussion. I mean, you can't build underneath it, but you can just fire above it. You can see like parts of before where I've had issues, but avoiding that as much as we can. And Andesite does fall normally, but because it's the void, there you are. Why am I explaining this anyways? People are Minecraft veterans. Anyone that plays Minecraft, far more than me, which is pretty much everyone, knows that. Just trying to make conversation is all, I suppose. So I hate playing games on my own, but at least this keeps my mind occupied and trying to have the leisure time whilst I'm at it. Grown ass man playing fucking Minecraft. What type of bloke does that? Well, I suppose if you're a renowned YouTuber, but that's it. So they don't play all those shitty fucking the kiddie Minecraft games, whatever they're called, Bed something, Night, whatever, something Wars. No, it's just I'm just here to remake the map. Make an experience on the map in the long run, which will take several weeks. It actually will take several months at my schedule, because I'm moving out in this in a month. In June, 14 June I'm moving out. Again, into the old place. I've got to reseed after my girlfriend's back to it, but... my own Discord kind of explained that scenario. I don't feel like going through it again, honestly. Now I'm with my grandmama, so I help her out around the house, tend with her and whatnot. Turn the door open and whatnot. That's mostly been her. Making dinner for us for the most bit. Oh. It's rather therapeutic doing this though, I gotta say. Actually rather is. It's going down and back and forth between the rows and arrays. Well, if this map does for some reason ever take off, then all I've got to say is hopefully this serves as a good benchmark to what once was just a normal super flat world like this. But yeah, I've got no hopes of that happening, but I'm going to give it my all, try to work on it the best I can. I've no idea how to publish it, but hopefully some soul will tell me how to do that, if other people play on it. Though I will have to make several copies of it, because obviously if you play it once, then you've lost all the loot in the chests. Versus, you know, you actually play a live world and you leave all the doors open, have to go to every part of this big ass map to close the doors. That's a nightmare. Just brewing, waiting to happen. Best to make copies of it. Actually, let's be smart. No, let's not be smart about it. That's the quad of the year, 2020 and beyond. Let's not be smart about it. Let's dye our hair different colours and invent different sexes or genders, whatever the fuck they want to call it. Yeah, no, that's being smart. Not at all. Everyone gets offended by everything. You know, I don't really know any more efficient way to build than this, like filling just gaps. Like, I'm sure command block could probably take care of this. I don't really know commands. I've never really been raised on commands. Like, I've platinumed this game, don't get me wrong, I've platinumed Minecraft, but platinuming Minecraft is the base game of Minecraft even before Bedrock, so it's really just OG Minecraft you've platinumed on the console. I literally, if you go on my profile, fucking WDOSA-Cy, there is fucking literally zero progress on the secondary set of trophies I've made. None. I've made some PvP progress a long time ago, and I've platinumed a game about a year ago actually at this point, but always using conventional means. You know, old worlds, none of the new biomes and mobs or whatever the hell they've got now. The wings that make you fly, fuck all that bullshit. I mean, I think there was, the newest thing I think there was something about trampoline blocks and slime blocks, which have been around for like half a decade at this point, so it's no big deal. Cubes of slime. Trampolines. So all of this, well not all of this, but this bit I just filled right there a couple seconds ago now, it's going to be torn up in the future. It's literally going to be me tearing through it and putting floor there. What type of floor we're using? It's probably going to be a quartz, if I had to guess. I'm going completely off memory. I do not know exactly what the floor is, I'll have to look again. I have a general layout of the downstairs bit. The upstairs, I'm almost entirely clueless. I know over there there's like a corridor that branches off into 3 different doors, and it's confusing actually. Well, this is a stream called Superstore Grounds. I didn't say I was really getting to Superstore yet. I would love to, but I'd much rather at least get the landscaping bit done, or at least get a start on the floor, and then we'll call it there. Like, when I say grounds, I mean the outskirts, like Castle Grounds in Super Mario 64. However, I might literally actually be making the ground of the building as well, because it seems, after pondering a wee bit here, I'm thinking I should make the ground first, and then construct the walls out around it. That corner's probably the best to make the ground for, because that way I don't bleed into the wall. I can just keep digging this out to my heart's content. But it's very difficult because there's also that singular bit in the middle there, right? Remember, where you enter in, there's a choice left and the right, and then you go in further, right in front of the checkout discs. So it's going to be kind of rough to make that to scale, but we'll just have to see how that works, really. Interiors are very difficult because you don't have furniture, so you have to remake it. And also, the whole brick thing, I'll go through it again, like there's crates, there's several crates in Superstore that are wood. Let's say that's wood. Right? In Minecraft, you can only jump over that one block like that. You even put a slab on it, like, and you can't jump over it anymore. You're done in. Like, you can put a slab here and then you can jump over it. But then it looks messy. And especially since you can't even see past the crates and Warzone like that. So you're trying to jump a 2-block gap, that won't work, even with this thing. So you gotta use a block to get up to the second block. So that's gonna be its own nightmare, because if I do it like this, line of sights are kind of fucked over. So that's basically the struggle I'm going across with. I don't know if I listed that before. Telemetry, I'd probably call it. Where it's just basically a balancing ask between vision, playability, and just jump height. Well, I guess jump height is playability. It's redundant to say that. Loving it. Except not loving it per se, but that's good. It's good. Alright, let's get this bit cleared out. Next, that's the next course of action. We can continue the footpath over there. No big dealio. Gotta say, when I play Minecraft a lot, even, I think... no, when I platinum, I think I use headphones, but when I play Minecraft, I would never wear headphones, even on the PC. Sorry about that again. Alright, where are we? But yeah, we're in the headphones. It's just so weird that you turn this way, and it comes out the right, and you turn this way, and it comes out the left. It's just bizarre to me. Hell, I play Warzone just through my TV. Like, there was one time I played on PC, but even though I played it straight through the PC speakers, like, even in all archive videos of this channel, with the lads and whatnot, you can still fucking hear the reverb for the TV. Alright. Again, we're using this type of terrain because it mirrors the Verdansk terrain better. It's more faded. Verdansk is more of that, like, Gerber baby fucking applesauce or baby food, really. Colour than it is the kind of slightly vibrant green that Minecraft has. Although there might be a few places where that green may come in handy. I'm not entirely certain of it yet. Get around to it when we do, though. I think the... I don't know if I should move that forward. I think this tree needs to come forward, definitely. The attack sign would be, like, right here. But even so, there's still quite a bit of dead space. There's more dead space than usual. I've not made the bushes yet. But we should get around to doing it. Once all this is sorted, of course. Alright. Don't know if it turns into it or not, but we'll see. Dragon off trigger finger from Black Ops 1 days. Cut through these bricks so fast. These blocks so fast. There's also like a bus stop, I believe, and some posts here. And one thing I was trying to do last night when I was making this was, well, pretend this is a dual-right slab. It was like putting a slab on the road to indicate that the road is different from the footpath, but if you look at the pictures, it's very close to each other. It's not even really worth it. Plus, I mean, you're jumping over 4 blocks anyways, which you can normally see of the blocks in Verdansk, so I guess not having a slab there would be fine, and the bus stop would touch the ground. Whereas otherwise you'd have some scenario where you've got, like, let's say, here's a slab of the footpath, but yet you've got this here for you. Like, it just looks rubbish, by all means. So yeah, straying away from that. Yeah, so let's continue on to this. I'm just delaying having to work on new bits of the map, really. It's the... just being honest. Okay. Oh, do I remember? I believe it goes out 2, 1, 2, and then it goes 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it goes 4, 3, 2, 1. I believe that's how it works. Yeah, something like that. And then let's just build ourselves our bridge here. Every 5 increments we are to post, or we're going to literally cheat by looking across. We are to post like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go on the 6, 1, 3, 4, 5. Loving to do things in sets of 5s, it seems, yeah. So the blocks 5, these are 5 apart. Some Da Vinci shit's going on, I guess. I don't even know why I'm counting that. It's the end of the line. Yeah, sweet. Let's drag these all the way about. Same thing on this side here. Go 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Just fill in the gaps of this bit. It's much more methodical compared to earlier on. Doing over a comparison in just a wee bit here. By the way, it's probably overdue, but I apologise if you can hear the control in the background, but that's just the triggers of the old people. I guess it's an old PlayStation, but it's like my 6th controller I've gone through. The Gen 1 controllers are so much better. These ones that you can see the light bar for the touchpad are completely rubbish. I go through those like fucking every 8 months or so. Yeah, I've had that Gen 1 controller for like 7 years, and it only recently broke on me playing Warzone, Verdansk 84. And that wasn't even to me throwing around or raging, that was just straight up fucking age. I mean, side cancelling probably did do it in as well, I won't deny that bit, but... Lovely. It's coming together now. Very nice to see it. I give myself credit, but... It's just nice to see things come together and evolve from what they once were, you know? I do think that height choice was a necessary one when it comes to adding the vehicles here soon in a bit. I'm using my mind with that, so we are. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we are. Another rule of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cheat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not actually cheating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. And that should all magically line up. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we are. Wrong way, there we are not. Get that fucking swatting flies in Minecraft. The newest mob fly. My fucking perpetual enemy. Actually, in Florida, it would be the palmetto bug. That's the perpetual enemy right there. Fuck those things with a capital F. Alright. And we'll do the same thing we did before. Go chew out. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Do the same over here. 1, 2. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. The best part about streaming is that mistakes you make, people really won't actually watch them back. Including yourself, because if you have a 7-hour stream, you're not really going to watch the whole 7 hours unless you've got some ungodly amount of time on your fucking hands. And I know I would never really watch the stream back, or if I did, and it came to my attention, it would be very brief bits of it. Especially considering technically the majority of the stream is me pondering and not doing anything, like just staring at it and saying, what am I do next? And shit like that. Like standing over there, contemplating height, you know, going away, making myself some grub to eat. I mean, just stuff like that. That's what kind of makes videos more palatable for me to watch. But I mean, once this is finished, or at least in a near damn finished state, I definitely will make a video on this. I definitely would make a video on this, but alas, stream is the way, because editing all this down would be a fucking nightmare. Or not, you can make it easy on yourself, but you have to talk to fill in the gaps. For instance, if you're like me, who just filled this whole bit, you could get away with not talking, because people are like, okay, you didn't add anything, but you added this whole thing here, that's fine. And then you talk over here, like, okay, moving on, that's a splice. But if we made all these, right, but we didn't say a word about making these, and we just had dead silence listening to the music, and we made this, it's like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, okay guys, so we just got done making 5 pavilions. And we went through a few height changes, but you didn't see that, because they weren't on the dang old camera. I went from little Timmy to fucking, Jessup or some shit. Jethro. We do need to extend this a wee bit here, but now we're actually at a turning point of the map design. So we have a few things that we need to work on before we even touch the Superstore itself. First things first, or maybe not first thing, but one of the first things, or things we need to touch on, the bloody triangle over here, which I have no actual clear image of. And the, this, and I'd rather nominate this, because this also gives me some framework with the attack sign that comes right here. So let me have a look-see here. See what we got going on. And does this lead into the sign or not? It's very hard to tell. It would appear as though, perspective-wise, we go past it a wee bit, believe it or not. We go past it, and not by much, just a couple units. So right there, we are aligned with the sign. So actually, we're going to go a wee bit further, right about there, and then we turn off. That's us turning right here. Boom. And we turn right here. Actually, no, we turn. Let's see here. This is hard. These are these types of decisions you have to make. It's a 1 block difference versus a 2 block difference. Let's just do these blocks because we have to anyways. It's inevitable. And we have to make the ramp up there as well. Oh. Yeah, that's logic right there, isn't it? Oh, love it. So, the road, let's just, for shits and giggles, fill this in with diorite. Just get some perspective going. If it goes this far out, and I compare it to the image, because the image is kind of like this perspective right here. If I compare it to the fucking image, it does look like that's more accurate. If I do it this way, then it looks more as though it leads into it, which is probably what I thought initially. Yeah, even the brick wall goes out more. So we're executive decision, that's the final answer, and it actually is more accurate. Actually, from here, it looks worse. But it actually is, perspective-wise, like that. Actually, no, I was wrong. I'm wrong. I'm actually drawing perspective lines. It is this. I was about to say, like, that does look off in game, yeah. It actually is this configuration. Because even at this angle now, it starts to look a little upside down, which is exactly how it's supposed to look. So that's actually how it does look. That's how it's supposed to look and all. Sorted as can be. And the hill, yep, it basically hugs what we already have for the dirt path here. So we're fine on this front. Just want to make sure we don't overly like that. That's what I was worried about. Transitioning from the bricks to the slabs. Pretty hard decision to make here. I think. Oh, what the? How does that even fucking work? I literally don't fucking understand. So we're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. I haven't tested this yet. Yeah, no, they still float. You can't combine blocks. See, if I was going to make a Minecraft update, and I'm someone who doesn't even fucking play the game much, but if I was making a Minecraft update, there are two things I would add. Or allowing you to combine different blocks, just for shits and giggles, and then to have different coloured ladders. Because there's still only one, and there's been one ladder since beta of this fucking game, so... Yeah, just figure that would be a nice little improvement. That wouldn't really do any harm, really. And you still could make those little spaces if needs be. Ah, shite. Hold on. We gotta work around this a wee bit here. Just a wee bit. That's the wrong material. I was thinking of the posts. This is alright. And we would like that slab, please. Thank you very much. We're actually done with Prismarine slabs, yeah? We're actually completely done with them. We don't need those anymore, so I'm actually glad we made the decision to change out. Alright, gotta be careful on our design here. That actually works really well. Yeah, it really does, actually. So, another little issue we might come across right here is the footpath. It's roughly 3 blocks wide at pictures. I don't know how wide about this one is though. I don't know if it's also 3 blocks wide because this bit over there is not. Ah, have another look. See, that's it. It definitely is not. No, it's actually just 1 block wide. Believe it or not, it's literally just 1 wide. That's all it is. One block wide the whole way down. The whole way down is just 1 block wide. Wow. The street is another story here, though. So, how do we do this? Okay, so the curb is the brick itself, so that's fine. We don't have grey concrete powder slabs, which is unfortunate. Very niche, but unfortunate nonetheless. But if we just have a little roadmap starting like this, we'll be alright. The road, I believe, is the same colour as the parchment on or the pavement. Yeah, it roughly is the same colour as what you go into. So it's like the whole map's going to be based off that grey concrete powder material. Let's look again, make sure there's no slabs. Yeah, there's not a single fucking slab here. And this is the colour Superstore kind of... Well, it's kind of this colour with this colour mixed together. Yeah, I really wish there was a way to bridge that better, but there's not, sadly. So I like smooth things. I do not like jagged edges and shit. So. No, that's a problem. There's a problem right here. We don't have equal temperaments in these blocks because now we've got one going forward. So just get rid of that. Put that back. There's a median over here somewhere of just a grass block. Let's just see that there's not like a slab we can use to compensate because that is very hideous, actually. Yeah, all these slabs look just a wee bit too dark. So we're just gonna, I hate to use these terms, but we use the term settle for it, but we're gonna have to actually settle for this one. That's really unfortunate too. Okay, now here's the other issue that comes in from this. So in Superstore, it would appear that... let me look at the other image, it's the other image that shows this better. Oh, well, no, this image does show it, but this one does too, actually. So there's a... this looks like a full block wide actual approach and whatnot. So let's make it full blocks, and it gives us some more room to work with the actual Superstore itself. But it would appear as though the brick wall on the right side of the map, or the right side here, that goes all the way to the right side where the lorries are and whatnot, that is that goes all the way down. It's a straight wall. There's no curves, unlike the curve I made on that bit, which it curves around, as you can see over there. The other side, it's just a straight shot back, meaning I kind of do have to work on the Superstore bit, and I should be working on Superstore now instead of this part of the road, because how far over I go with Superstore will determine where that brick wall is. If I have to make future amendments, though, I definitely will. But that means we do need to extend this all the way back like we have before. And there's another road on the approach. I haven't made the median yet. But this is just the basics for making the Superstore. Next time I stream this, I will make sure I gather more screenshots of the Superstore itself and the interior, so I'm not running about with a chicken in it, mocking around with its head cut off and shit. It's not really fun for anyone to watch. But yeah, so here we are. We're going to make the rest of the pavement here. We've got the pavilions all sorted, those are taken care of just fine. Now we're just working on the approach lane, this median here and whatnot. Though regardless, I still have to make another side, so I do have some more room to work with. It's just not much room at all. But it's looking a lot better now. We do have arrows on the floor. Arrows are always going to be rough for me to fucking make. They just are. I mean, I can... because it's... 16-bit is just so crowded. If I make an arrow right here with carpets, which would be my go-to... actually, it's even smaller than carpets, really. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to make the arrows on the floor. If you could put a banner on the floor, that'd be fine, but you can't really do that. So I don't really have much else to go off of there. I could always cheat the... because there's bushes here. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. There's bushes right here. Now, the issue I'm coming across with is that the curb that the bushes are planted on... we've got to experiment a wee bit here, sadly. So, there's like this diorite. Well, it's not actually diorite. It's really bricks, painted bricks, but it's the closest we got in game. That it's kind of, in this figure, there's like some bricks that serve as this median. And, yeah, the grass should be up. Actually, let me take a look at this median again, because we might actually be able to get away with this grass here. It does look a bit more vibrant. Oh no, it's just the same type of grass. It's just the bushes on top of it. But it looks like spruce leaves, actually. Because I've got acacia... oh, I've got azaleas, actually. But... they have, like, leaves on top of this. Nah, it's just dirt anyways. So we do need to actually use the grass. That's unfortunate, that really is. There we are. So we are actually forced to use this grass because it just makes dirt, so... there you are. As you were. But the biggest problem comes with the elevation, because this looks a little bit wide on the wider side to make a median. To me. And when you have bushes involved, it gets really complicated. Really quickly. Just trying to make it all symmetrical. Because it looks like I'm making another footpath next to the median, but there's not. But there's also enough... oh, I went too far. That's a problem. No, this is a median. This is not a wall yet. Alright, right about here. So take this out. And now we've got the grass problem. Actually, hold on a second. Does the median go all the way that far down? I do not know. Let's have a look-see. Yeah, it actually does. It curves around at the very end. Shite, that's a problem. So that's another limitation we've got going on here. So making a median align with this like a semi. Oh, this is a slab. No, I was like, why is this taking so fucking long? Yeah, that's why. It's a fucking slab. Yeah, but this creates a little bit of a problem. It's hard to kind of fix this unless we do it in this fashion, where the slab is always above it, but the bush is above the slab. It's fucking complicated. I think just having a patch of grass here won't do it justice. That's the only reason why I'm good about this. I'm losing my mind. What am I doing here? Alright, yeah. Yeah, so there's all that. Let's clear this, because this is already going to be clear anyhow. Let's clear all this, yada yada yada. It's looking pretty cramped. Let's fill this in with the powder. The wannabe asphalt, if you will. And let's make this the same width. Well, let's be careful on commitments here, actually, yeah. We won't make it the whole way down, but we'll make it somewhat, just to test to see how this will look. Because there's not really anything I can do with 64-bit where it's just going to appear like a really good medium that's like a bit, like just a small footpath approaching it. I don't know how I'd go about doing that, really. Think about this block, but it's cut in half this way. Not like a slab, but it's like a... Okay, it's like a slab, but it's instead of being horizontal, it's vertical. It's a vertical slab. It's angled this way. So essentially, the left half of the screen. That's what I would need, but that's what does not exist in this game. So that's the problem I'm facing at the moment. But we see the problem, we identify the problem, let's get on top of the problem. And that will be to just go about it this way, or if this really looks atrocious, like an actual abomination, then we'll go with the alternative method of just nixing entirely and just putting the single fucking shit on top of the alright. Just call it a day there. Like, move this over and put this on alright, and then move that back over. That's why I didn't commit all the way. So the leaves are much darker. I think they're actually the darkest leaves. Jungle leaves or whatever they're called. Like spruce leaves then. They're very dark. Are they that dark actually? They're definitely not compact, I'd say that much, but they're definitely dark. No, they're actually, believe it or not, lighter than that. I don't even know what fucking... I know what mangroves are, but I've never fucking remember these shits being in the game. Except the more you know, right? Let's just put a comparison of the leaves next to each other. Those are mangroves, these are jungles. Which are looking very similar to Verdansk. Let's do simple oak leaves. I'm thinking the mangroves are looking better. Yeah, mangroves are looking a lot more full. They're very plentiful. Oh, they're still more viscous than that. Now this is a close comparison. I still think mangroves take it, actually. Oh, shite. Yeah, we're just gonna have to actually... Oh, I didn't notice the top, actually. The top actually is not... Yep, no, dark oak it is. Dark oak it is. The top is actually what turns me off of it, that's what she said. Yeah, that's actually really the closest we can go when it comes to making this median. That's as close as we'll be able to make it. Let me see something. No, because there's still an engravement there. Yeah, that's not going to work, so... this is our final answer for 3000, Alex. Rest in peace. Ugh. Right, it's on the other side as well, so the other bit should get some love. Just double check to make sure it is on the other bit. It should be, though. Oh, wait, actually, no, it's not. Believe it or not, no, there is no engraving on the other side, actually. It's just the brick wall. It's just straight up the brick wall. There is no little footpath on this side or not. So essentially what I'm saying, he's over here. It is just literally, boom, we go right into it. There's no footpath like on that side. It's just the brick wall. The bloody brick wall. Yeah, I'm looking, I'm double checking. There is no sign of a footpath there, lad. Promise you. It looks weird. It looks very bizarre, I know. But that's just how it is. Mandela, in fact, I could have sworn it was not like this, actually. But it would appear so it is. Something's not right here. That's a slab. No, it's the same height, believe it or not. Yeah. Same height. That's so bizarre to me. Yeah, I'm losing it. I'm losing full. I'm losing full. Part of my congestion, I'm still trying to get over this shit. Well, God, this is not exactly easy. I've had it for the past 8 years. I hate that fucking shit. Well, the good news is that even though I'm limiting myself in how far over I can build in Superstore, I have given myself plenty of depth to work with. So on the approach to the airport, like, I think my Superstore might actually just end right here. And it actually might be damn close to what the actual Superstore is. That'd be a miracle if I don't have to break a single block over there further. I actually nailed this distance on the head, but that's very unlikely. But the brick block goes all the way down, so yeah. Like, even playing on Superstore, I could have sworn that this had a footpath there, but no, it does not actually. Not at all. Yeah, those can't be slabs, those have to be brick blocks. I don't want to make them walls. Like, I do want to make them walls, but it's because you can't jump over them, that's why I can't make them walls. Like these. These have to be brick blocks. Because the whole way down they're just brick blocks there. Something that'd be very neat is to have like a picture, like, I don't know where, I guess in the C-130 I'd put it in there, where essentially, because maps in Minecraft are so bizarre, as I've learned today, like, you can't just stand somewhere and that's the center of the map, it's just, they're based on grid squares. So like, this is like one part of the square, maybe there's like a whole another part of the right side of another square, and this is the left bit of this one. But having just all the fucking pictures together of the whole map, I mean, that would be enormous. Like, you'd actually have to fly in creative to fucking see it. But, yeah. I mean, I guess that'd be the point. You start in creative, so that way you land and you're making the parachutes, and then you become survival once you're in the match itself. To think I've been streaming for it feels like 5 hours, but it's really been like 2 or 3, I believe. And so I'm still just making the roads and shit, not even on the plant life or moving into the sign yet. And the sign's going to be its own nightmare to figure out because it's curved. That's going to cause problems. And finding the material of the sign is going to be very close to the Prismarine, but also the colour of the Superstore. I mean, it might just be 1-to-1 to be frank. I might just make it the same material. That was a redundant movement. I can sort of see it coming together though. Like, yeah, you don't have all the buildings in the background that kind of make up for this being Verdansk and whatnot, but I do kind of see it coming together. I've just got this consternation in the back of my mind about making Superstore completely wrong. Because I know it's almost going to happen. I'm going to try to be as close as I can, but nothing's to scale. Like a chair or something's tipped over and it'll be like half a block high, but you can't make it in Minecraft or something. Like a slab would be too short, but a block would be too tall, you know, that kind of thing. That's just the number one dread I have, next to the, you know, slopes and curves and the actual scale of other things. Furniture, it's all going to be makeshift. Can install texture packs, because if you do that, then other players have to buy those texture packs. It's just not fun to buy anything. All the money I've always spent on this game is to get this nice spiffing jacket. Satire. It's really a jacket inside of a galet actually, but... yeah. Then whilst you go to the store and you fucking see the flashy unicorn shit. I mean, it's a kid's game, what can you expect? Turning 23 this year and I'm still playing it. Well, not still, but just recently got into playing it just to make this. And it's only this. Once I'm done with this, I'm hopping on the fucking PC or going to bed or some shit, really. Played maybe Modern Warfare. No, I'm bored of Modern Warfare though for the moment. I mean, that game is just like, that's how you kill a game right there. It's the reason why I'm making Verdansk and not Caldera. Or fucking, let me rephrase that, not Al Mazrah. Well, first off, you can play Al Mazrah, that's the biggest thing, but... I don't know, I'm adding asphalt here because, no, it's concrete powder, but it's supposed to be asphalt. Because I'm making a brick here, yeah? I'm making a fucking big-ass brick wall here. I'm wasting time. Oh, and this whole grass has to be leveled out too, but that's another fucking endeavour. By the way, I do know there are breaks in this brick wall, I'm just establishing the framework. This, I don't believe it goes that way. It does go to the end of Superstore, but I don't think it's going to be that long. Yeah, so here's the challenge, right? It's fucking this bit right here, is just finding little breaks in the bricks. That's a challenge. Oh, fuck, let's just finish this off. This actually could be wrong, it might go further than that. I'll have another look, see after I'm done making this. I'm pretty certain it starts right there, starts and stops there. Alright, my dearest of apologies, lads, for that. Alright, we are back. Let's see. Turn this shit... oh, that's just as far as it goes. Yeah, so my plan, anyways, was just to kind of get the surrounding southwest bit kind of done and these pavilions done. Not really touch the Superstore building itself. The triangle is the tricky triangle, not the Super Mario 64 bit, but the other version. The Warzone bit. I do need to move these trees over. I actually will probably do it before I end the stream. The triangle right here. This is hard. This is going to be rough for me to find out because I can't find a clear image of it after looking at it. I might actually just keep that tree there and move the rook down with this tree. I don't know. It's hard. Making these trees is kind of taxing, to be frank. But we can do it again. So it's come down a wee bit. Yeah, let's look at the picture. Let's line up the tree with the pavilions, and let's make it super accurate. Again, I'm looking at like 144p images online of this shit. So it's really hard to line up perspective because the relatively high quality images are actually lopsided. So it looks like this tree is actually to the left of the middle one, the middle pavilion. So let's come over here, let's line it up, and it's right about here. Perfect, right there. Alright, so how did I build this tree? Because this is a scratch tree. I went 2, 3, 4. I went 4 up. Okay. And then, oh, let's get rid of dark oak. I don't need dark oak. Actually, yes, I might. Let's hold on. Let's not get sidetracked here. We still have this ambiguation to worry about. The median, right? Okay. I'm not actually seeing images of the median, believe it or not, if it goes all the way out or not. So I'm going to look for some more images. Stand by. I apologise to keep you waiting this long. But it seems as though... Oh, actually... That's 84. That's Verdansk 84. I want to see normal Verdansk, that's the thing. Here's a map of it from above. Actually, it does go all the way out. That's actually kind of crazy. But yeah, it comes all the way out. The more you know, yeah? The more you know. Don't think I forgot. I've got short-term memory, but it's not that short. These are dark oaks, so I remember that. And that's how it is. That's how it is, actually. It looks really bizarre, but that's literally how it is. Not making it up. It curves around just like that. Let me actually... Hold on, let's see something here. No. It kind of gives the impression that it curves, yeah, doesn't it? Like if I did it like this down here as well. Ah, it's a design choice, honestly. I don't really have a... Yeah, I don't really have a view on this, to be frank. If I came from different directions and I was running around, you know, here I am, you know, looking for players, it looks alright from there. But if I do this, what happens next? Oops. Oh my goodness. It just looks like part of the footpath, doesn't it? Actually, I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with that as a decision. Down here, symmetrically, yeah, like that. I don't like it down here though. I like it up there, but I don't like the idea of it being asymmetrical. Well, it is technically symmetrical this way, but the other direction. I might just leave it like that. Alright, let's work on this tree here. So, and we just gotta make an exact copy of this tree as it stands as well. 2i already. So, back and back. Okay. It looks like I stack up once and I go forward. And what do I do? I went one time, I went to the left twice. So, to the left twice. And then I went out to the left again once. No, that's just me coming back into the middle of the tree. Okay. And then, that's a post, so I went out twice as well. Left 2 blocks to the right. Another block out. And cover that in. And then I went up 2. But not before. Also doing the same on this bit. 1, 2, right? That's wrong actually. No, that was actually right. That was right. Because if I back up, I turn around, it's the same block, so yeah. And then I went... Wait, what happened after that? Then I had 1 block here. Okay. And I went in again. That's 2. And I did some interesting structure here, where I had 1 go up and 1 go out. I stacked 2 up behind that as well. Okay. And then to the right of that's the other one. Then this got stacked up twice. Okay. To the left of that was one stack, and then went to the left again. And that went down to cover its tracks, yeah. They both went down to cover tracks, actually. This one had another protrusion here. And it came down again. Okay, then it kind of made like this T shape here. Right. Then beyond the T shape was another block like that adjacent to it. Yep, looking good, looking good. This one all the way out. 2, 3. 2, 3, and then that went 2 up. There we are. And 2 to the right. And that was a filler right here. And then what do we do here? We put a block there. And I believe that is the tree recreated 1-to-1. Is there something missing? I'm skeptical about it. No, it's the same. It's the same tree. Lovely. So let's take this down. Actually, how close was this? No, let's not take it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relative to the pavilions, how close was that? Yeah, the map's not going to help me on this bit. That rock was further left, yeah, but how far is the question? It's like in front of the second to left one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, and then we start. Perfect. Deforestation, everyone's favourite pastime, yeah. It's kind of surreal breaking your own tree, in a way. No, this one's not too bad, actually. 4. Yeah, this is supposed to be a stone, mind you. It's very hard to make stones. Believe it or not, the stone block is actually too dark to make that fucking stone out. It's supposed to be in Verdansk. Now, I don't think I'll have to really move the other tree closer down. Yeah, I don't think I will. Let's have another look-see here. It's coming together a wee bit, though. I mean, aside from the this new footpath, the ramps coming down, and the pavilions, I haven't really worked on clearing out all that space. I haven't really done too much this stream. It's actually really hard to fucking tell where that other tree is, actually. It's like hiding behind the other tree. It should be good enough, though. I hate the term good enough, but actually it really is good enough. Yeah, because it's to the left of this one here, it looks like. Oh, we might come back and amend that, though. Alright, so next up on the agenda is that triangle. I still want to kind of deal with this fence. I'm just delaying the inevitable, really. That triangle's going to be the last thing I work on for the stream. And it shouldn't be too taxing at all. So this fence over here, let's talk about this fence. I've got really good pictures of the fence. It turns out the fence comes to a head, like between the road and the fucking pavilions. So if we count 4 blocks that way, that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. Right about here is when a wall begins. Brick. I'm not entirely certain how this is going to look, to be frank with you. I really am not. Let's have a look-see. Well, this isn't going to be here at all. I mean, none of this is really going to be here whatsoever, but I'm not really concerned about that right now. That won't be there. So you can't really jump over it. I mean, you can jump over the brick next to it. Because technically the whole wall is just this material, but it kind of breaks what the... Actually, no, that is actually how it would look, yeah. I'm looking at it now, it does look more like this. Like it's a solid wall and you got like a little head here that separates it. Unfortunately, the Warzone logo does kind of intrude. So I can't really tell exactly how far down the way it goes. It looks like it goes towards the middle of the pavilion. Or rather, this bit of the pavilion, like it goes like right towards here and then it gets the other head up again. Yeah, I'm having some headphone issues here. And then the other bit is a little more clear from what we see. That's also the other bit at the other half of the pavilion. Although I'm not very comfortable. Oh shite! I've completely missed this bit. Oh, that's OCD Central right there. I'm glad I saw that. Fucking flaw now. I'm checking all these. Alright, there we are. Yeah, so like at the middle. So I drew it from the post, yeah. So it's the same thing over here. The post determines it. So right here. And then it's roughly the same space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is gonna probably change though because alignment will be different because this is lined up with another part of the Superstore I haven't actually built yet. But I do want to clear out this wall here. So the scary part about making Verdansk, I've said several. For perspective, there's a road. If we imagine Superstores here, there's like this grass hill area, then there's like the promenade duplicate houses. There's a road that goes to the airport all the way down past the police station. It goes down. That actually goes down further than this bit. So, yeah, that's going to be really arse to make. Because I don't have many layers to work with. It's just Bedrock, really. Yeah, it's going to be shitty. That's going to be... I don't actually know what material's out here, so I'm just going to put filler grass. I'm going to clear this for future endeavours, but the Superstore is the main priority. I'm going to hold making further breaks into the wall until I'm confident in where the other breaks actually are. Again, I don't remember exactly which here. I know there's like a field and then it goes to a place we all call titties and shit like that. And there's like a plant here, but there's actually a car dealership right next door to it. I don't remember if it's on the same elevation or not. But for the time being, we're just getting all this cleared out. And just like that, it's actually coming together quite nicely, I'd say. Like, I can definitely see, like, we had the road here and whatnot, we get the right width of blocks. It's actually coming together rather nicely. So I think the last thing, actually, no, we need to make the sign. I'm just delaying that fucking triangle, really. Yeah, the sign. The sign. Let's take a look at the pictures again. Apologies for that. So there's a concrete base, and it's like a tubular incline. It's actually very weird. I will not be able to fit a tack onto it. I'll maybe be able to fit the main, like, orange, and that's going to be really tight, actually, to make that in this space. The biggest thing to note about this sign is that it actually comes, like, half of it's on the hill that goes down, so it does actually help me out more than it hurts me. It gives me some nice reference. Making it is a different story. Sorry about that. Fucking think I'd be Canadian with how much I apologise, right? I know. It's like iron. These are blocks of iron. Definitely blocks of iron that get stacked up, but it's on a different base. The footing's different. I am afraid I'm going to make this completely wrong. Because I'm thinking about putting a block of iron down and then surrounding it with polished diorite. Yeah, this material right here. I'm thinking of like putting this down. No. Like surrounding it. Like this one block of iron in the middle of that. But it looks like a mess. Doesn't it? It looks like a fucking mess to me. And I can't do that down here. It wouldn't work. So, let's get the block of iron out, actually. I think our course of action here should be to... What the fuck is this? Raw? I've never fucking seen that. It's a hard one. This is a really rough build to make. But, essentially, it does bleed on this hill a wee bit. And that actually could be the basing alone. The diorite here. Comes up a wee bit. It's taller than the player, so let's base it off the player's height. So let's do 3 blocks tall of iron. Or 4 in this case, although I might place that bottom base. Then it goes up to a completely different colour. It goes yellow. So like I have to put gold there because there's no other. Actually, hold on. Yellow concrete, maybe? I'm not entirely certain about this one. Yeah, I will definitely use yellow concrete for the sign. It's actually the exact shade of orange, believe it or not. That the fucking thing is, but yellow concrete powder. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, we might have to use a block of gold for that. Actually, what's this? Okay, definitely not. Right, definitely not. And what is this? Oh wait, we know what those are. Fucking, I had a mistake with those yesterday. Not meant to be built with. Could crouch and put them on, but there's no need to do that. Yeah, so it's the coiled shits, which is what makes it really hard to make. Believe it or not, it's actually I can't really make this accurately. Well, actually, maybe I could. The thing is, the sign is actually smaller than the trees, I believe. Yeah, the sign's definitely smaller than the background tree, so I do have to. Let me see something. If you were standing, yeah, if you were standing, you'd have like this part of the iron right here. If the gold could come down halfway where the iron would be, that would be optimal. Actually, let's try that. Because you've got behind the sign is still some. Oh no, it's iron behind the sign actually. So if I came from this angle here, yeah, there would actually be gold where this is. That kind of solves the issue actually. And then we just need iron. There's no more gold needed here. Snap the iron back up. Yeah, so now the sign is extremely big. It's bigger than the trees, which is not the scale, but it's the best I think I can really do here. And then it's like a blue sign that says attack. The blue sign bit, actually, it's not going to be all that rough. Now, there could be a material I'm missing out on that's blue. It's not lapis lazuli. I mean, we could try holding it up to it. Well, actually, where's the sun at? The sun's above me. Well, maybe we might have to use that, actually. Oh, shite me. I hate doing that shit. No, over here, lad. There you are. Let's see other things that are blue. Blue wool, no. Blue concrete, maybe, actually. Too light, actually. These are too light. It's the same issue I'm having with the actual structure itself. Most, it's a beautiful block, actually. I'm going to hold this up next to lapis. I don't really do that, actually. I can just come over here and get it. And see which one looks better. Believe it or not, I'm actually gravitating towards lapis because it's got some wear and tear on it, and that's exactly what the sign has, is some wear and tear. Also, these iron blocks have to be a bit higher. I'm going to put a white carpet on this because there's like a white lip on top of the actual signage. This sign is very difficult to make. It's because it's layered like this. The sign's actually layered out. Yeah. They actually don't cover this. It kind of goes out like this, but it doesn't cover the actual beam. Yeah, schematic like this. Like that. There we are. We will definitely amend this sign in the worst case scenario because this fucking... It's looking kind of big to me. Again, everything's temporary. It's funny I'm putting off a triangle bit, but fucking not this big ass sign. I mean, I was putting off the sign for the longest time, but still. Regardless, I am putting more iron up there. I don't think I'm going to end up with this looking like it the way it is. I'm just not. Okay. This sign is just looking really clunky to me. Like, I get the idea that it's like spread, but the way the sign just comes out, I just don't like the way that looks. Like, if you looked at it from this direction, it looks accurate, but then you look more and it's like, it's a big ass block. It's a whole block dedicated to that. It's just, it's kind of crazy to me. I don't know. I still have to put a Durite base for the other one. I think I'm going to keep it looking like that. It's rough. It's a very hard read on this, really. I've never even heard of deep slate or fucking... Well, I've heard of the ore, but not the deep slate bit. I have no idea what all that's all about. I mean, if I just made a straightforward blockage like this, which looks better? Just asking myself here, which would look better? The sign. Would it look better on that side if I came up to it, or would it look better on this side? You see, this side looks very obtrusive to me. Let's add a carpet. Actually, that might be better. But now it looks flat as can be. So which do you want? Do you want depth or like, I don't get what I'm even looking for on my own. I'm gonna make sure it bends on both sides and not just one. I'm pretty certain it bends on both though. Oh, it bends on both. It definitely does. Yeah, fuck me. Okay. So we might actually just take it like this. I don't really... I'm not really happy about it, but I mean... I don't really know what else I could really... Hold on a second. Maybe there's one thing I can do about it. If I put a banner... No. Here's the problem with the banners, is I'm not going to be able to fucking... Like, if I just made this my depth... Oh, those actually look really good as slats too, but by the way. Oh, but they sway in the wind. No, not they sway in the wind. My problem with this is that fucking once the sign comes out, it's going to pose a problem. But for now, let's actually give this a shot. Let's just put banners where there's all this, and then we'll put the attack logo where it actually belongs, where it lives rather. If you're wondering why I keep putting shit in the same slot, it's OCD, that's the main reason. Although, I'm done with the minions actually, I guess the OCD fucking fits over now. Alright, let's have a comparison. So if I just put banners the entire way, from here to there, it does create the illusion that the sign does pop out, which looks nice. Yeah, actually I do like that. I don't think that was going to work, but here we are, it works. But now I have to find a fucking clever way to fit the sign on. That's going to be really hard. Oh, shite. It's placing these in mid-air. That's the way you do it. Okay, so on the side of the banner. And let's put a carpet as well. Because these do have a white accent on them. Nice, nice, nice. Coming together exactly how I thought it'd be. Actually, I wonder if I should put a carpet of snow. Let me see something. Which would look better? How thin is the line? That's the question I really have to ask myself, is how thin is that line? Okay, so if I look at the angle of this picture, zoom all the way out, I come over here, and look at the image. What I end up seeing... That's hard, because you can't really see the wall. You can't see the wall, that's a fucking problem. But you can clearly see the snow. So we're gonna go with the snow, actually. Plus, it doesn't look as fuzzy. And I made a whole argument about putting lappies because... Oh, shite. Hold on. A whole argument with lappies because it looks more worn down, more rugged, but at least you can see the lappies. You can't really see the wall. You can't really see the wall too well. And plus, there's snow Verdansk, but that's not the intent of this. Have another go at it down here. That looks pretty good, actually. It's really nice. Fortunately, I can't have it hanging down, but I definitely would if I could. I do think that putting a quartz slab would be overkill, though, for that bit. It really would be. Like, he's just a base slab in general. Well, actually, let me see the quartz slab, what that looks like. I know it's just white, but... Let's have a look, see here. Smooth it. If I put it down here, would that be a good substitute? It does not look anything good like that. No, it does not look good. Yeah, no, it looks like the lappies is discredited now. Alright. Now the fun bit is getting the fucking sign up. That's the hard part. The sign itself. Oh, God. Yeah, the sign is going to be hard. I gotta think of how I'm going to do this. Banners do come off the bit. Yeah, they do come off. So what if I have an orange banner? That's the same colour as the yellow one. It's not the same though. This is not the same. That's the problem. It's like on the left side of the shit, like right here. Oh, what? I was able to have them hang down like that before. I can't do it now, I guess. Okay, definitely not. What are we doing here? What is this? Oh, I'm having a headache actually thinking about how this is working. I don't think the banner's the play for this. I think the clay's the play for this. It comes off just barely enough. Alright, I'm going to confirm a suspicion I have. Which might be wrong, but we'll see. Alright. No, hold on. Actually, that might literally be what happened. That is literally what happened. But that means if I do this, then we're fine. Okay, hold on a second. Might have an idea here. If we bust up that clay... It's not called clay, damn it, what the hell is it called? It's called terracotta, I think, now. What the fuck was that material called? I'm actually losing my mind. Alright, if we actually put the orange banner... Yeah, kind of on this colour. Okay, that fucked up already. Ah, it's hard. This is rough. No, wait a minute. I think it needs to be more yellow than that. Yellow. Something bright. Yeah, like this bright. Okay, that works. That works, actually. And then we put the orange banner on it. Because it's got... Yeah, I think something like that. Well, actually, what if we had a white banner there? Let's put the snow back. See, I don't know how to make custom banners. I'm not into all that. I wasn't with that update, so... Yeah. If we had like a white top for these banners, that would be really good, actually. I hate to be a cunt on the screen that fucking looks up how to make a banner and Minecraft and shit, but I don't know. Like, I think I'm on the right idea when it comes to making the sign. Because this has a white A on it, but I can't make that to save my life. Like, it's just going to come off the... Yeah, it's just going to come off, which looks really rubbish. So, making a custom banner is really difficult. I might have to bust up the crafting table or something. But let's just recreate the same thing on the other side. So, we've got 4 from the left, and then we start. Yeah, and then we start. Is there like a recent tab on this? I haven't really checked. Does not appear so. Regardless. Hello, yellow, yeah, yellow, perfect. It's absolutely meant. Yeah, because I want to have these, like, the top half of these be white. Or at least the white right side of this be white. I don't exactly know how to make it like that, though. Like, I might bust out a crafting table, because I do want this to be, the top half to be white. That's the fucking thing. It's driving me crazy now. Busting out the crafting table in the creative mode, that's really good. That's a really good sign that you're a good Minecraft player, yeah? No, it's not, that's scary. Alright, because I'm dedicated to making that sign accurate. Like, it's a decent sign at this point. The banners are really helping. But it's... I need some white on it. It needs to have some white on it. That's the fucking thing. Yeah, if you're wondering what I'm doing, by the way, I'm literally watching a video on fucking banners and how to make them, because I'm not... like I said, when that update came out, it wasn't about that. It's been fucking 7 years since I've streamed and actually played this a lot. You take wool. Apparently there's a thing called a loom that you use. So we'll look for that. Yeah, there we are. So like I said, I'm old school, I'm talking crafting tables, but there's already a dedicated thing called a loom. I'm looking for a mechanism to have the banner. He's got a cauldron and everything. He's like washing shit. Like, jeez, man, that's fucking ridiculous. Okay, I have an idea. What if I get a banner? Banner. That's just purely white, yeah. And then I have some lapis on it. I don't know if I can mix these two together, but I'm definitely going to try to. So let's quick move there. No, and that. Yep. Okay. And now, no, we don't want that. We want the inverse of that, which is that. Perfect. It's even named it and everything. Well, so now if we go up here, it should be good now, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, lovely. Fucking lovely jubbly right there. I like that. We should go 3 wide maybe on it. It's hard to tell, actually. Yeah, it's going to have to do for the Superstore, but I do appreciate this bloke's video for uploading that. I would not have figured that out on my own. I only knew Loom was in the game. Antiquated structure anyhow. If I really want to be specific, there is a under part that's yellow, but I don't really want to delve into that. But I'm going to try to, just for shits and giggles, see what it looks like, actually. Let's see. Yellow dye, we need yellow dye. Alright, and if we put in, say this, with yellow dye. Oh wait, that's how it comes out. Oh, it can... Oh, it's inverse. Wait, what? What? How does that work? Okay, is it because I crafted it in the wrong order? It might be, actually. Yeah, no, that's not really going to work at all. That's fine. That's kind of how it's going to look, though. It's actually not the worst bit in the world, really. It's actually decent. Pretty fucking decent. Let me see what the back side of the sign looks like. It's just yellow. Actually, yes, it's just blindingly yellow. That's just the back side of the sign. It just looks yellow. And there we go. That's our Superstore, Atlas Superstore, or Attack Superstore sign. I actually might make Attack go over a couple more because that's what it looks like the more I look at the sign. It goes pretty close to the right side. Actually, it looks like it goes... that's hard, that's debatable. If we go this far over, I have two more left on either side, and it's symmetrical. But it's A-T-A-A-C, that's 4 letters. The thing is, I have to have it look like that, though, because this sign starts pretty much right here, the left half of it, but closer towards the middle. And this ends, like, right about here, with the same amount of space left on each side, so... It may not have one per character, but it's dimensional-wise, it's actually fine. And it doesn't look half bad for me, actually. It looks pretty fucking good. I'd say so, at least. And look at the street view of it. Yeah, the street view. It does... Wait, what? There's like a... Okay, well, I guess I'm recreating some crazy shit with the street view, because apparently there's stairs that you make for it. What have we got? Smooth quartz stairs. Yeah, let's do that. So apparently there are just fucking random ass elevations like this. I don't know why. It's like chipped iron. Bizarre, but there nonetheless. And there you go. There's your Superstore sign, which actually isn't too bad. I'd actually recognise it if I was trying to make it. Never just give myself too much credit though. But yeah, there you go. We got a start on Superstore now, and the last thing I'm gonna do before this is over with is make that bloody triangle over here. Yeah, fuck me. Let's just remove these bits. I don't need them any longer. Yeah, fuck. Wait. Oh, there's like a render issue with that. Look at those. The attack over there. So the words don't appear until you're on it. It looks like a fucking scoreboard, honestly. Like a fucking baseball game or something like that. But it's actually coming together very nicely. It's coming together very nicely. So let's get on with this. I've been dreading this since near the start of this video, really. Just to make sure we have all 5. Yes, we do. And to line this up with perspective, this does not overlay with the triangle. Yeah, so now we have a bricky situation. Terrible pun, absolutely rubbish. We need to find... Well, we don't really have those exactly. Because quartz bricks aren't bricks like that. Well, but they might have to do enough, really. They are bricks. Let's see. So now I have to find more images of this triangle. Because this triangle is very, very fucking tricky to make, it appears. It's smaller than the thing, but it's not lined up with it properly. It's driving me fucking nuts, actually. So, let's see, from overhead view, it looks like it'd be lined up with, kind of like right about there. I'm gonna look for some more images. Oh, and by the way, it's come to my attention that, yeah, there actually are billiards over here. Like, they're not like really billiards, actually. They're more like bike racks that you put your bike at. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of Verdansk 84 on here. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. So, oh my goodness, yeah, so the metro tunnels, I'm not even going to try to make those. That's a nightmare in its own right. They really just fast travel you anyway, so there's not really an actual coherent way to warp you somewhere. You just get shocked if you go too far, I remember that. Even in... no, in Verdansk 84, they still exist. The triangle does exist in Verdansk 84. But there's not even a good image of it in that map either. Yeah, this might actually be a bit where I have to just kind of go off perspective again. I hate doing that, but fucking it might have to come to it. It might just have to. Fucking hell. Alright, well, very well then. It's further over than this actually. I'm glad I did that perspective change. So it looks like if I had to draw it on the map, going off this overhead view, parachuting into the map, it looks like where is it? It's actually small in comparison. It's like the top half goes, yeah, like roughly halfway, so like right about pretty much where I had it actually one more up, and then it becomes the triangle bit. It's very bizarre. It's very, very bizarre. These blocks are actually looking way too clean to have a shit in it. Yeah, and then I gotta make a triangle out of that. I think it goes 2 down and then it just goes down rapidly. It actually might just go 2 down the whole way. Ah, God, it might even go 3 down all the way? There's no way, right? There's no way. Yeah, we gotta get that back up. We cannot afford to lose that. That's literally the Verdansk building material right there. It might actually go down 3 at a time. That's crazy to me. It just looks wrong. Something just looks wrong here. Yeah, no, we're gonna cut this down a block actually. Going 3 down almost looks fucking criminal to me. It just does. And even that looks fucking jank as can be. Alright, tell you what, let's move this over 1 block. Because this is a very weird structure to fucking replicate. Making triangles is actually rather difficult. I do still believe that it does have that sort of figure to it, where it's like it's got 2 going in one direction. It's very hard to read this. Very hard to gauge. Yeah, but it literally looks, well, it's not as contested as that, I suppose. Okay, we can actually delete the interior blocks, just leave the exterior ones. It's definitely not green grass either. It's more like this type of green. Although, to my knowledge, it could just straight up be fucking leaves. I've just put leaves here. Nah, it wouldn't make any sense though. There's no clear visual of that. Yeah. But from over here, if I compare that to the normal grass block, I have to hand it. I do think the normal grass block still loses it. It's very hard to tell that though. If there was a green in between, that'd be the ultimate fucking grass. I mean, we'll try to put it in actually. But it doesn't look like there's really much like brush here. It's not really like a brushy area. It's just flat grass. I might sprinkle some actual grass over the grass blocks later on. I don't know. It actually kind of looks like it's a mixture of half and half the more I look at it. It looks more like it's like one of these sort of patterns. Or the grass kind of has like a staircase effect, because it's not staircase in Warzone, but it's like a triangle kind of like that. It's hard to read that, really. It's just too blurry to fucking make it out. That's the problem, is it's too fucking blurry. And every picture of it except for like one has it completely covered up, so you can't fucking see it. Yeah, it's got more the dead grass look actually on it. So it actually looks a little bit more like this. Double staircase in its direction. It shrouds over that grass. Put some like dead leaves over here maybe. There we go. More like it. And I think that's going to probably end it for now. We've kind of have well, actually, I'm still not convinced that fucking the holder to the triangle there is really accurate. I do think that it's a little bit of a dodgy block because quartz is too clean. It just is. Like, even putting this block here, it still looks a lot more like you'd see it there, even though it's not brick. I gotta figure out what this material is before anything else. Because after this, we're gonna start working on the actual Superstore itself. I mean, it doesn't look like bricks. That completely looks like diorite, but at the same time, it's more down to earth than what I see on these pictures. Because I'm seeing stuff that's like filthy, you know, it's worn down, it's been through wall. Is there an actual tile category? No, there's not. Brick, well, I mean, everything's a tile, but still. Like, even just having infested stone brick, what? I know one of these spawns like silverfish here, but fucking I don't want any of that. I just said more spawning, but even then. We might go the cracked red actually. I just think quartz looks way too fucking chipper. And now it looks a little bit too dark, so it's like, fuck me sideways, you know. Yeah, no, that's definitely not it. It's something in between that, you know, it's not dark, but it's not light, and I think we might just have to fucking settle with this, sadly. Wait a minute. Let me see this, actually. No, it's still on the dark ends, yeah. We might just have to just use this for now. I hate using it. Oh, shot one more. Oh, that might be more... Yeah, that's more like it, actually. I like that better. It may not have the bricky texture to it, but at least it's got some warm texture to it. Despite it saying polished here. Well, yeah. Some other time I'll add the vehicles, but I think we've made some good progress on this. We got the fencing kind of dealt with. Again, we're going to deal with that mess some other time. We're going to fill in. I mean, OCD, I'm just going to fill these in right now, but this shouldn't be going anywhere. This will all be this other form of grass anyhow. There's no worry there. But this should be the end of the first bit. It may not look like much now, but as the stream is titled, it's the Superstore ground. It's supposed to be what lays out Superstore. And I think it's a pretty good, in air quotes, good start on it. Because, again, the best part, I'm fairly certain I might actually, earlier I said this will be too far, it's too long. I do think looking at it from an overhead view and knowing how much is in Superstore here, this is going to have to be cleared out much further that direction. Before I go, I guess what I should do as a habit of these streams is to get myself a map here and just view what the map looks like. I'm struggling here, come on. Let's get ourselves a little map. Not even a locator map, just a map. There we are. Open it up, see what we got. Actually, we did see it earlier. At what part does the other part load, actually? I'm curious about that. There we are. Still same thing. Yeah, that's what I fucking hate about it. Is, here, let's just put this on something really quickly. Let's do some shenanigans here. Let's work something out. Let's put something in a frame. Alright, I don't even know what an item glow frame is. Alright, and let's just do fucking another frame over here. Oh, look at that, look at that. Oh, you gotta be shitting me, come on now. Alright. Look at that. Look at that, look at that right there, that's what we've gotten done so far. That is essentially the start of our legend here, is the Superstore. And yeah, you could tell it looks like it's some 8-bit fucking transposition onto everything else, and it kind of is, but I mean, it's not too bad. It's actually a good start on it. Like I said, if we get more of this done in, got the median there, you got the fucking little bits there, you've got the triangle bit, I mean, it's coming together along. But yeah, so that's what we're going to end off. I'm just going to end all the streams taking one last look at the map, and then hopefully eventually, I don't know what all this is over here, I guess it's because we haven't explored that bit, but get the Superstore going in, get the storage town over there, get the train station down there, I'll raise this up, put that down, get a nice little wall going of the map, and just look at the size. But as it stands right now, it's actually it could definitely resemble it. And I know the normal Verdansk map is not as colourful, it's grayscale for most of it. Not fully grayscale, but super desaturated. So, yeah, seeing colour is kind of a different experience, but looking really good for right now. But anyways, I'm going to leave the stream off right here. Take care, lads.